Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Dude, the Brooklyn Nets are an absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare. I don't even know what to say. I was watching, or actually I think it was just on Twitter, I saw somewhere that Kendrick Perkins told KD to get the hell out of Brooklyn. But he's dead on, dude. Kyrie Irving. I love Kyrie Irving. He's one of the most talented basketball players that I've ever seen with my own two eyes on a consistent basis. That man can score from anywhere on the court against anybody in the world. He is so gifted. Man, you guys know me. I love LeBron. Like, I'm not a LeBron hater by any means. Sometimes I'll see a video or I'll even just be watching highlights of like Kyrie and LeBron, especially when they won this chip. Like, oh my God, dude, bring me back to the glory days. Because that Kyrie was like, dude, he still had that chip on his shoulder. He still has that demeanor that, like, you know, like he's kind of like messing with you, right? He's messing with the media. He's constantly messing with reporters. He's just constantly messing with people. But for KD's sake, get the hell out, dude. You know, Kyrie Irving, I don't want to speak. I've already been demonetized. This channel's demonetized. I don't want to speak about COVID and get even more demonetized. But I give so much props and so much credit to Kyrie Irving for not getting vaccinated and sticking to what he believes in, even though, you know, I don't want to get too into COVID actually. But just props to Kyrie Irving. And then you look at Ben Simmons and it's like, Ben and Kyrie and KD, it sounds so cool by design. But at a certain point, you know, Kyrie's already won a chip. He already knows he's that freaking dude. He already knows he can score against anybody. What else does he really have to prove? You know, he doesn't seem like he's going after being, statistically speaking, the best point guard of all time. Seems like he just is enjoying himself, does what he wants to do. He feels almost like on a day-by-day, just kind of vibes, dude. Just kind of vibes. And there's nothing wrong to me with Kyrie Irving. He can still score. He can still hoop. But when you combine Kyrie Irving with Ben Simmons, who, you know, there was that viral tweet going around from, you know, it was some guy, I think he was probably an LSU Tiger fan, where he tweeted in, or no, I think he was probably, whatever fan he was. Basically in like 2017, he tweeted that Ben Simmons isn't even going to finish out his rookie contract. To keep in mind how rare that is. He said Ben Simmons isn't even going to finish out his rookie contract in Philadelphia because they're going to drive him out of there. He's going to drive himself out of there just like he did with the LSU Tigers. So his whole college situation was so weird. Like, you know, you'll see all summer, you'll see videos of Ben Simmons shooting threes, draining threes, consecutive threes, looking confident, looking poised. You saw that when he was in Brooklyn. When he got traded to Brooklyn, he's out there practicing, you know, in his practice clothes, making step-back threes. And he never played for him. It's really weird. So he basically got bullied out of Philadelphia, you know, threw himself a couple pity parties, and yeah, the Philadelphia experiment didn't work out. And so now you're in Brooklyn, and you just got swept by the Boston Celtics. Keep in mind, Boston's a phenomenal team. You know, it does kind of suck. Brooklyn did, you know, end up playing them, but what else are you really expecting as the 7th seed? When you have not even a top 10 offense, and I know Harden was there, and, you know, I know Irving was in and out of the lineup, but you don't even have a top 10 offense, and you have the 19th best defense in the NBA, you're not winning the championship. Maybe you can get lucky and get past first round if your team gets hot, but we saw time and time again, basically what they would do is they would just stop KD, do whatever they can do to stop KD, and then, you know, it's not like it's up to Kyrie, because Boston's defense was so good, just all 5 of their starters and their bench, like they were the number 1 defensive team in the NBA for a reason. So it was a weird situation where they're waiting for Ben Simmons to come back, and it's almost like Ben Simmons is the scapegoat, although like that whole situation is super weird. But at the same time, like, you said you're going to play, you didn't play. You know, you said you were going to play several times in the season, you never played, but then you'd practice. You woke up, like, the whole situation was weird, that basically now, although I think the Brooklyn Nets are to blame because you have dudes named Blake Griffin, Paul Millsap, LaMarcus Aldridge. What do they do for me? Like, literally, what do any of those 3 players do for me? The answer is nothing. they just don't have much. And same goes with Durant. Luke Drummond in there. What do they don't do anything for me. They're not going to win a championship because, damn, dude, remember in 2022, that whole Ben Simmons saga. He was gonna play, he never played in the playoffs, and Andre Drummond went 20-20 every single game in the playoffs to get them the champion. Like, no, this isn't a dream. As much as I would like Andre Drummond to get back to his 2020 shenanigans, it's not gonna happen. So, to me, Brooklyn's to blame because of their dog shit roster, but all the blame is on Ben Simmons, who never played for him. So it's like kind of fair, but it's kind of unfair at the same time. So if I'm Kevin Durant, I have two dudes. I have one dude who really doesn't give a damn about playing basketball. Then I have another guy who, one day he could feel this, one day he could feel that. He can hoop, but you never really know how he's going to feel. He could come back next summer and be like, I want out of Brooklyn. So while you can, get the hell out of there. While you can still hoop, get the hell out of there. Now, where's he going to go? I don't know. I don't really know. I still remember. It's crazy. It's like a major life memory. I remember exactly where I was when KD signed with the Warriors. I remember exactly where I was. I was in North Carolina. I was in a golf clubhouse watching the TV as Kevin Durant announced he was going to go to the Golden State Warriors. And I remember everybody thinking, F that snake. Well, whether or not you agree with what Kevin Durant did with Golden State, he still won championships, and I got nothing but respect for him. So, he's obviously got gas left in the tank, but we'll see what happens with him. Brooklyn's a weird kind of dumpster fire situation to me because, let's take a look at their roster here. I mean, nothing's really speaking to me. You do have some cool low-key guys. I really like Claxton, although unfortunately it doesn't seem like he's going to be back in Brooklyn. I look at a guy like Kessler Edwards. He's cool, but as you saw in the playoffs, he's not at that level yet. He's a rookie. He's not going to help you win championships quite yet. Durant Sharp. I really like Durant Sharp. Same thing applies to him. Cam Thomas. Everyone loves Cam Thomas. Man went off in the G League, in the Summer League. Yeah, Summer League this past summer after he got drafted, and that was sick. But then you look at guys like you got Paul Millsap. Patty Mills is cool, but the average age of the two guys I just named is 35 and a half. You got 32-year-old Blake Griffin. You got Andre Drummond, who's cool, but he's just not doing much for you. You got 31-year-old Seth Curry. Bruce Brown's sick. Bruce Brown's super sick. You got 36-year-old LaMarcus Aldridge, who's about to be 37. This was definitely his last year. So it's just weird Brooklyn situation. But I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, especially if you're a Brooklyn Nets fan. Go ahead, drop your opinions on this down below. Hit the like button, hit that sub button. I'll see you guys later.